ऋग ऋग्वेद, अथर्ववेद, सामवेद और यजुर्वेद। फिर उन वेदों को सरल भाषा में समझाने के लिए इन्होंने पुराणों की रचना की। 18 पुराण हैं, सात्विक, राजसिक और तामसिक।
So there are 18 Puranas. Puranas are not in the modes of nature, but those who are in the modes of nature, the three modes of nature, Sattva, Raj and Tama, for them Puranas are consistent. So ऐसी रखो ना, आवाज आएगी। So to make it more easier for the common person to understand, it's very easy to say such things, but actually this is a very complicated matter. Who is Vedas? The one who divided or expanded the Vedas. It's not easy to understand the language of the Vedas. Rukshvad Vedo Aham. Bhagavan says that Vedas, everything says indirectly. There is a hidden meaning. Just like Gurudev would say. This very beautiful boy, his form, he is a bit of a blackish complexion. He wears peacock feather, wears a yellow garment. So who is this? That is Krishna. So Veda talks like this. So instead of saying directly Krishna, Vedas describe the qualities, the glories, and through that the intelligent people would be able to understand. However, it's not easy for a common person to understand the language of the Vedas. So therefore in Puranas, through the historic events, through history, through many pastimes, in order to give encouragement and enthusiasm. For instance, I will share one Katha so that you can understand the significance of the Puranas. There was a palace in which a queen and the king, they would dance. What is the need for a king and a queen to dance? So one day a sadhu came to the palace. The sadhu asked the minister that why the king and the queen, wearing ankle bells, why do they dance? So the minister said that no one knows why do they dance. In fact, we don't know either. The sadhu said, I would like to know. I'm very inquisitive about this. So, yeah, the minister said, I will tell the king. Day after, tomorrow, a day later, the king came and was asked by the sadhu that I did that day in day out you dance in the palace. Why? May I know the reason? The king said that no one had even no one even dared to ask this question in the past. Because you are our Guru, you like our Guru, so we will not hide. But then we will reveal the truth, but please do not reveal this to anyone. The king said, we remember our previous lifetime. In our previous lifetime, I was a hunter. And my queen, this queen, she was a prostitute. Both of them would live a very impure life. I would kill people and animals, and her, she would also maintain herself by doing sinful activities. We fell in love with each other. And one day we had an argument. So after that fight between us, we parted ways. And we decided that we will not see each other ever.
मन भी बड़ा दुखी था क्योंकि प्रेम था।
Though we parted ways, but then we were feeling sad. So both of us entered in the forest from different sides. And there was a temple, there was a dilapidated temple. So both of us met again at that temple. We were hungry all day. We were crying for each other when we saw each other. So in the evening when we met again. We thought, oh, why did we fight? We have so much of love and affection for each other. So we again reignited or rekindled that relationship. We felt very happy. So both of us were dancing in that temple. And while dancing, we became so tired. So we thought, since we're very tired, we'll take a rest in the temple. So we rested. When we rested, in the night, a snake came, bit both of us, and both of us died in that temple. Because it was a dilapidated temple, and it was a temple. Though we died because of snake bite, but now we took birth as a king and a queen. Why? We didn't know anything about that it was a temple. We had no idea. However, Bhagavan, he accepted the service. This is the nature of the Lord. Alpa seva Prabhu Bahu Kari Mane. That if one performs even a very small service, Bhagavan magnifies it. Bhagavan is like, oh, just like Bhagavan sees if anyone follows Ekadashi. If anyone offers a tulsi leaf to Bhagavan, oh, you pay pranams to devotees. By mistake, somehow you have just put on the Vishnu tilak. These are small things. But then Bhagavan magnifies even small activities like this. That is his nature. And he is independent. He gives blessings and gives his devotion. Oh, you heard Srimad Bhagavatam. If anyone hears Srimad Bhagavatam, we didn't, even if we don't have the interest to hear Bhagavatam, even if we have come here for just some sort of formality, even if we hear out of formality or out of having a relationship with someone, just to fulfill our social responsibility, even if one hears Bhagavatam, that will bring auspiciousness in our lives. Even with such a half-hearted state of mind, if one still goes, Bhagavan thinks that, oh, he has come for me. So Bhagavan has such merciful nature that we don't know the result of this. But then Bhagavan would give us, for instance, if one gives a diamond watch in the hand of a child would not know the worth of this. But so it's like the similar thing with us. We may not understand the fruit of the activities which we're performing. This would imprint very strong impressions of bhakti in our hearts. So coming back to the past time, the king said that we were hunter and prostitute in last lifetime. So we remember our previous lifetime. Just by dancing in front of the Lord, just by dancing by mistake, unknowingly, and we became the king and the queen. But now, if we're dancing in front of the Lord, knowingly, with devotion, what would we get? The only thing we want to attain the Vaikuntha planet. So if by unknowingly we were able to attain such high positions in lives, so this year, or this lifetime, we are knowingly performing this activity of dancing day in, day out, because we want to go back to Godhead. The sadhu became very pleased with their answer, and then the sadhu disappeared from there. Then the king and the queen, they were thinking that how did he disappear? I mean, he was just here. And at that time, there was an aerial voice, "Hey Rajan, hey king." That sadhu is none other than Lord himself, me. That was me. I came to understand your feelings. I came to understand your mood. You never revealed this to anyone. This was your wealth. That is why you did not reveal this to anyone. Because if you would reveal this to anyone, you would receive a lot of material fame. But you kept it hidden all throughout your life. If one performs good deeds, then we go and we tell everybody. If 100, 200 people clapping for us, then we feel wow. But then if we hide it and do not reveal it for material fame, then automatically our bhakti would increase. So the king and the queen, they came in front of the deities and said that we want to perform devotion all of our lives. So there are many pastimes in Puranas to illustrate various siddhanta, and this gives encouragement. As Vedas are difficult to understand, this is a way to understand the Vedas through these pastimes, through these historic events. And then again, later on, Srila Vyasadeva expanded Vedas further and wrote Mahabharata and Brahma Sutras, Janmadasya Yataha, Vedanta Sutra, Anavati Shabda, Anavati Shabda. These are the various aphorisms of Vedas. And then many Brahma Sutras, but even after writing all these things, on the banks of Saraswati Nadi, with a very saddened and unsatisfied heart, nowadays Saraswati has disappeared. We do not see Saraswati with our naked eyes. Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati, the confluence, Kaveri, Narmada, Sindhu. These are 7 prominent rivers. Just by taking bath in these rivers, one attains devotion. In South India, there is Kaveri Ji, Godavari river. It flows. But in prominent, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, these are prominent rivers. Saraswati's flow has disappeared now, has become dry. Ganga and Yamuna we still see. And in Prayag, all these 3 rivers, they meet. It's a confluence. Yamuna and Saraswati, all the 3 rivers meet at Prayagraj. But one cannot see Saraswati at Prayagraj. But on some special days, one can see the flow of Saraswati. As Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhuji telling this in Siddhanta Ratna. Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan is writing in Siddhanta Ratna that one cannot see Saraswati, but on some special days, one can see Saraswati. Similarly, in Vraja, Braj is full of Aishwarya, but that Aishwarya is being covered by Madhurya. Brahmaji says, Chintamani Prakasabda Sakalpaksham Shavate Shriya Panayanta Lakshmi Sahastra Sandramase Manam Govindamadi Purusham. In Brahma Samhita, Shri Brahmaji is saying, the Vrindavan's land is filled with the wish-fulfilling jewels. And all these are wish-fulfilling trees. If anyone desires anything, one would attain them. And Krishna is being served by millions and millions of Lakshmis. So Braj is filled with opulence. However, it's being covered by sweetness. But in special occasions, they see the opulence of Krishna. Listen very carefully. Just like Saraswati's flow is seen on special occasions, similarly, the residents of Braja, the eternal associates, They don't. They have such a loving relationship with Krishna that even if Mother Yashoda is seeing the whole universe in the mouth of the universe in the mouth of Krishna, still she does not believe. Nanda Maharaj is seeing that Krishna is lifting Giriraj Govardhan, but then does not believe that, not even for a fraction of a second. Sridham, Subal, all of them don't have any mood of opulence towards Krishna. However, on certain occasions, on special occasions, one sees the opulence. In separation, in astonishment, and in the stage of trouble. Virha means separation. So Gopis saying Vishchalapayat Dhyala Rakshasat, that hey Krishna, you saved us from many dangers. You saved us from the torrential rains of Indra. You saved us from the poison of Kaliya. But then this opulence is only seen in the mood of separation. In meeting, Aishwarya cannot be seen. In the stage of Viraha, the mood is totally different. By example, just to make it simple, Nanda Baba never believes Krishna is Bhagavan. But when Shuddhavji he came, when Uddhavji came to pacify Sri Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj says to Krishna, to Uddhavji, that hey Uddhavji, my mind constantly wants to remember the feet of Krishna. I want to sing the glories of Krishna. And I want to serve Krishna. What happened to Nanda Maharaj? Why is he talking about Krishna like this? That he wants to remember the lotus feet of Krishna. So is Nanda Maharaj going to speak this? But we need to understand in which position, in which state of mind he is saying these things. Some people reach in Bhagavatam, but they still remain bewildered. That even Nanda Maharaj is taking shelter of Krishna. They say such things. And they even quote these shlokas, but then they don't understand the inner meaning of these things. But this word is being spoken. These things are being spoken in the mood of separation. Because the mood of separation, such appreciation for opulence comes. And it does not stay. In the mood of a meeting, Sri Radhika, she never says that I want to become your maid servant, or I am your maid servant. In fact, what she does, she extends her feet and let Krishna massage her feet. Where Sri Radhika is in Kunja, and Krishna comes in the Kunja, and Sri Radhika stands up and honors Krishna, then Krishna becomes a bit bewildered. Oh, did I do something wrong? Why is Radhika giving me so much of respect? So it's a fear, so it's a moment of astonishment for Krishna, a moment of bewilderment. But when Sri Radhika makes Krishna massage the feet of hers, then that's normal in Kunja. It's a normal thing in Kunja. So when Radharani gives honor to Krishna in Kunja, that is out of context. That is out of natural mood of the Nikunja. Similarly, in which mood what is spoken? In the mood of meeting, she would never say that I am your maid servant. Just like at home, their husband and wife, they have love and affection for each other. But that because of daily routine, life, just for instance, the husband goes away for 5 years, and So the husband and wife, they keep talking to each other when they are separated. When they are together, they have some arguments over trivial matters. But when they are separated, then they don't even pay attention to even big issues. Why? Because there is distance. So in the mood of meeting, Shri Radharani will never say that she is the Dasi of Krishna. In the mood of separation, she says, Tamil Krishna Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhaja Dasyas Sakhimis Sannadhim. Grihe my Preshta. Where have you gone? I'm a servant. Please give me your darshan. Please come on the path of my vision. But when is she saying this? She's saying this in the mood of separation. She's not saying this in the mood of meeting. In meeting, she will enter into sulky mode. Sometimes with reason, sometimes without reason. This is Siddhanta. Therefore, Viraya Vismi Vipatti in 3 places. Vipad means danger. Nearby Govardhan there was a demon, the bull demon, named Arishtasur, consistent that demon. And he came in the form of a bull. And he entered in the group of the gopis with very sharp horns. Like Krishna, Krishna, Rakshamam, gopis like Krishna, please protect us, please protect us. So in which mood the gopis are saying to Krishna, please protect? In the mood of thinking that Krishna is the Lord? No. They're thinking that he is our beloved. So gopis are seeking shelter or protection from Krishna, thinking him as their beloved, not as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Viraha, in Vipatti, in danger, in Vismaya, in Ashcharya. Then one, but is still, so in the mood of astonishment, they glorify Krishna as Bhagavan, or they see the opulence. So Srila Veda Vyasji is sitting on the banks of Saraswati Nadi, Saraswati River. So that's where the ancient rishis, they would come on the banks of Saraswati and attain knowledge. Gangaji is Patit Pavani, means she delivers the fallen. Bhagavati Ganga, Tribhunata, Tarini, Tarala Tarang, Shankar Mauli. This is the nature of Shri Gangaji. She makes one free from sins, all type of sufferings. Gangaji can give devotion, but this one nature of Gangaji is prominently established. What is the nature of Shri Yamunaji? Shri Yamunaji gives one entrance in the Nikunj Leela of Shri Radha and Krishna. Nikunj Leela of Radha and Krishna. This is the nature, this is the speciality. And Saraswati Ji, she gives transcendental knowledge, whether Vyas is sitting on the banks of Saraswati river. And with a very unsatisfied mind, Shri Vyasdev, he is not an ordinary rishi. He is Shaktavesh avatar of Bhagavan. There are 2 types of Shaktavesh avatars. Those who say that they are Bhagavan, those who have the mood that they are Bhagavan, and those second ones are like those who have the mood of like Chatur Kumaras, Naraji. They have the mood that they are the servants of Bhagavan, who are Shaktavesh avatars.
हमारे जैसे पद जीव नहीं,
not like conditioned souls like us. In some liberated souls, Bhagavan invests his potency
और उनसे नाना प्रकार के
and then
सेवाओं को उपलब्ध कराते हैं।
makes them perform various special services. Shakta Veshavata. The Avesh, the Lord infuses his special potency in them, some very special liberated souls, just like Kapil Bhagavan.
श्री कपिल भगवान
Shri Kapil Bhagavan is Shakta Veshavata.
लेकिन अभिमान है कि मैं ही भगवान हूं।
But then he also has the mood that he's Bhagavan. How does one know?
अपनी माता देवहूति से कह रहे हैं,
He's saying to his mother, Satam Prasanga, Mam Veda Samvido, Tird Karna Rasayan Katha, Tajjoshna Tabvargavat Muni.
साधु के निकट बैठकर मेरी
He's giving instruction to his mother that please listen to pastimes of, listen to my pastimes.
तो क्या अभिमान प्रकाश
Mam Veda Samvida, listen to my glory. So he's establishing that he is the Lord. Rupa Goswami is saying that there are two types of Shakta Veshavatars. One who think that they are the Lord, and second, those who think that they consider themselves to be, and they have the mood that they are the servants of the Lord. So Vedavyasi is the servant of, is the Shakta Veshavatar. Dhyan Bal Kriya Cha. So the knowledge potency was infused by Sri Bhagavan and Srila Vyasadeva.
तभी तो वो इतने सारे वेद और सब को
That is why they will write so many things.
तभी तो लेकिन फिर भी उदास बैठे।
But still, he is not fully satisfied. Even after writing such voluminous and expanded so many scriptures, still the mind is not satisfied, the heart is not satisfied. And in order to give him complete transcendental knowledge, his Gurudev and Bhagavan Shakta Veshavatar, Sri Narad Rishi, came Hariguna by playing on his veena, Prem Prasavat, by distributing prema. Sri Naradji's quality is, he has veena in his hands, Hariguna, by singing the glories of the Lord. With his hands he's playing the veena, with his mouth he's singing the glories, and he's distributing prema. Naradji, this is the form of Sri Narad Rishi. He's distributing prema. And what is he distributing? Always constantly singing the glories of Hari. If he goes to Vaikuntha, then he sings Sri Lakshmi Narayan, Sri Lakshmi Narayan. He sings the glories of Sri Lakshmi Narayan. If he goes to Sri Saket Dham, he sings Sri Sita Ram, Sri Sita Ram. If he comes to Sri Braja, then he says Narad Muni Bajaya Vina Sri Radhika Raman Name. Radha Raman, Radha Raman, Radha Raman. This is what Sri Naradji is singing. Parivesh mein raho Radha Raman, Radha Raman, Radha Raman kaho, Radha Raman. So Sri Narad Rishi, he sings the name of Sri Radha Raman, and he's coming from the higher planets. And Vedavyasji, he got up from his seat and paid pranams. So this behavior, this etiquette of getting up when somebody higher comes, it's a very, very natural way of getting of progressing in bhakti. So, but if one does not honor their guru, then one incurs fault, and it's a dosha. So one should always get up when our Sri Guru or Sri Vaishnava comes. Who is Sri Vedavyasji? Vedavyasji saw that Sri Narad Rishi, his Gurudev has come. Both of them are Shakta Veshavatar. Naradji is Shakta Veshavatar, Sri Vyasji is also Shakta Veshavatar. Naradji was offered a high seat, and then he was being worshipped. Naradji, he saw the face of Srila Vyasadeva and said, Vyasadeva, that you seem to be dissatisfied. Sharir mana atma vritushtete. Vyasadeva says that one is not able to find one's own lacking. If Shri Guru tells what we are lacking, then we understand what we are lacking, but one cannot identify one's own, what one lacks. So I request you to please tell me why I am not happy. Naraji said, you have written so many scriptures. Athapi shochasya kritatmeva prabhu. Hey Prabhu, you have written so many scriptures. Still, Tathapi shochasyatmeva prabhu, still you are lamenting. And then he's saying that to Vyasadeva Prabhu. Naraji addressed to Vyasadeva as Prabhu. Though he is Shishya, he's Vyasaji's disciple. Still, Naraji is saying, his Vyasaji is not ordinary. He's Shakta Vaishavatar. So Vyasaji said, but I'm unable to understand. Why am I not happy? Please tell me. And Vyasaji said, Naraji said, why did you write such things? Because generally people are absorbed in material pleasures. There are two paths. One is pravritti and second is nivritti. The path of sense enjoyment and the path of renunciation. The path of renunciation is safe. In pravritti marg, the path of sense gratification, there is so much of danger. It's very one attains piety, goes to heavenly planets, performs sins, one goes to hellish planets, and then one keeps on wandering from one planet to the other. Do this fasting, do this, you would attain. So with this, all karmic activities, this is the path of sense enjoyment, the path of dharma, artha and kama. But what is the path of renunciation? The path of renunciation which takes one towards the Lord. And then one which helps in the path of attaining the Lord. And that's the only way one can attain the Lord. This is called nivritti marg. So I tell in the simple language. Sadhu speak like this. I'm going to speak something very direct. If one wants or doesn't want, one needs to become detached and renounced. Nivritti means, tyag means to renounce. In the morning, if one is suffering from constipation, if one has constipation, one is unable to pass. One does not feel like eating the whole day. One remains disturbed. And then, if one keeps on eating, and the path of renunciation it gives happiness. It gives a lot of happiness. I give an example. So for instance, we have to buy a property, a big land already built, and the property dealer showed us the house and showed us that this big kitchen is in 5 rooms. So the property dealer is taking us through the property, telling us this is a parking. So he showed us all those things. But when he went into the house, you see, you've shown us the house, but then where is the toilet? You say, oh, there is no toilet. There is no washroom. The nice rooms, drawing rooms, kitchen, everything is wonderful. But then there is no place to bathe. So would anyone buy that type of home where there is no toilet? Param Gurudev named the toilet as Gyan Khand. Gyan Khand means one attains knowledge here. place of renunciation. So Maharaj says, the renunciation is so important. Narad is Narad is telling Shri Vyasa that people are in general attracted towards material life. But then we have also given so many provisions to attain material things. In Puranas, so many things are mentioned. That's why Puranas have some contamination. The contamination of influencing or provisions given of sacrifices or other activities to attain material things. But Bhagavat Ji does not touch any of those contamination. That's why Bhagavat is Amal, free of all contamination. But there's no not even a sense. There's no sense of liberation. Dharma projit kaita vattar parabundana masranam vidyavasta vastu shubham. Dharma, artha, kam and moksha, liberation. And then the path of liberation. The path of liberation or the path of bhakti is established. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, where the prominence of attaining Bhagavan, loving service of his, is being established. So if a guru is chastising the disciple, it's a loving chastisement. Vedavyas very lovingly is hearing all these things. Why? Because Naraji, because if one receives chastisement from Shri Guru, it's a matter of great honor. In fact, one prays that when will that day come? If I chastise someone in the world, or if someone chastises me, one feels very bad. That, oh, one chastised me in front of everybody. I feel very bad. I'm telling you very honestly, if someone chastises me. However, if such in the spiritual life, one desires to be chastised by one's Shri Guru. Our Gurujan Shri Narottam Das Thakur, he's praying for that sort of that he wants to become disciplined by his Shri Guru, to be controlled by his Guru. So when will that become? That when Shri Laltaji and Laltan Vishakhaji, when they're gonna give me the orders, when I'll make mistake in my eternal form, then Laltan Vishakhaji, when would they correct me? When will that day come? So Narottam Das Thakur is praying for that day. Shri Advaitacharya Ji, who is Mahavishnu Avatar, Shriman Mahaprabhu, everybody would understand. All of us are Gaudiya Bhaktas. So Advaitacharya is Mahavishnu Avatar. Mahavishnu is not different from the Lord. There is a desire in the heart of Shri Advaitacharya, but then he feels that Mahaprabhu always gives me respect. But then I want to be controlled or chastised. I want to be controlled by Shri Mahaprabhu. Why does Mahaprabhu respect him? Because Mahaprabhu Ji, he never transgresses Maryada. Advaitacharya is a god brother of Sri Ishwar Puripad. So he gives a similar respect like he has for Shri Guru. So he is always giving respect to Shri Advaitacharya. So how does one get? So if I do something which Mahaprabhu does not like, then he will chastise me. So what is it that would displease Mahaprabhu the most? Something which will displease Mahaprabhu the most. So he was thinking that Advaitavad, Mahaprabhu hates that. He doesn't like it at all. And he was Mahaprabhu was told by devotees that Vidacharya is preaching Mayavad, monism, impersonalism, and he came and he chastised Vidacharya. Vidacharya became very happy. Oh, today I got the real fruit. This is what I had been waiting for. He's dancing. And his wife, Sri Sita Thakurani, she's praying to Srimad Mahaprabhu, don't do this. He's an old man, he'll die. Advaitacharya is like, oh, please let Mahaprabhu do this. Let Mahaprabhu chastise me more. So this world is totally opposite of spiritual realm. So that control of the higher authority is being worshipped in that world. Here, we don't accept it. So Srila Veda Vyasji was being... Naraji said that, I know that you wrote all the scriptures to give a natural path of encouragement for the material people. However, the way you should have spoken about, the way you should have revealed the Bhagavat Dharma. Kimba Bhagavata the way you should have revealed the Bhagavat Dharma. You haven't done so. What is Bhagavat Dharma? The loving relationship between Sri Bhagavan and the Jiva. Then further Naraji explained that you did not explain the pastimes of Krishna. And Sri Vyasi said, I wrote so much about Krishna's Leela in Mahabharata. He said, Naraji said, I'm not talking about the Krishna of Mahabharata. I'm talking about the Krishna of Braja. Then Vyasi said, please further elaborate. Then Naraji said, it's like our Gurudev would say this pastime. By remembering Gurudev, I'm going to repeat his words. Then Naraji said that, have you written? Have you written that the Sakhas, they climb on the shoulders of Krishna? And then they also make Krishna climb on their shoulders. They give their remnants to Krishna and they take Krishna's remnant. Have you written this? Vyasji said, I haven't written such pastimes in detail. Okay. Mata more kutumave kare bandhan lalan palan. That mother Yashoda takes a stick in her hand and then she chastises Krishna, and then Krishna starts crying in fear. Here Krishna is just rubbing his eyes. Hey, tears, please come out. Because I need few tears to pacify the mother. Otherwise she will chastise me. Because when the mother sees the child crying, the mother's heart melts. So Krishna is like rubbing the eyes so that few tears come out. And that would save him from the chastisement of the mother. Namapishwaram Sachidanandarupam Satkundala Gokule Vrajamanam. Satyavratani is saying this so beautifully. In the month of Kartik, we sing this. In this Kartik month, on this shloka, there was some discussion going on this shloka. There was one speaker, when Maharaji was saying that no one cried. Only Krishna has. This is a speciality that Krishna cried in Braja. He saw the stick and he was crying, being fearful, and mother twisted the ear of Krishna. This is the speciality of Krishna. No one else cried. In Braja, Krishna cried. This is the speciality. But at that time I was thinking that this is not right. Then I was given the opportunity to speak. I was told. Then I said, that all the lords, all the various incarnations of the Lord, this is not the speciality of Krishna. Sri Narsingh Bhagavan, he also cried. He saw the little boy Prahlad, and he cried. Narsingh Bhagavan placed Prahladji in his lap, and his heart melted, and tears were flowing from his eyes. And Ramji also cried. It's not like one, many places Lord has cried. In many pastimes with Lord Ramchandra, he has cried. By seeing the austerities of Kadam Rishi, Bhagavan, he cried. And those tears of Bhagavan became Bindu Sarovar, a lake. So at many places Lord has cried. So I was saying this in Kartik, when that speaker, so Dwarkadish also cried. So what is the speciality that Krishna is crying in Braja? What is the speciality? Actually, there is one speciality. All the Hari, all the various incarnations, so Krishna wrote because of being fearful. None of the previous incarnations, they cried because they were fearful. Ramji was not crying. He was crying in separation. Narsingh Bhagavan was crying because of his affection for Shri Prahlad. Shri Hari is crying is because of Bhakta Vatsalya, his affection for a devotee. But only Krishna, he cried, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he cried because of being fearful of becoming beaten by the mother. That's what Rudanta Mul Netru Yugmam Prajantam Karamon Yugmena Satanka Netram. So Krishna is rubbing the eyes, there's atank in his eyes. There's fear in his eyes. Because of Yadviveti Swayam Hari. The Lord even is the personification of fear. In fact, because by seeing the Lord, the personification of fear becomes fearful. So Shri Kunti Ji says to Krishna, Shri Kunti Ji, remember that beautiful Leela, Bhagavatam in the 8th chapter of the 1st canto, the first stuti of Srimad Bhagavatam, in which Shri Kunti Ji is saying, Vaktram Vinaya Bhavana Statya With great astonishment, Shri Kunti Ji is saying that I remember that when I came to Braja and you stole the butter, and Mother Yashoda taking a stick in her hand, I saw that you were crying in front of Mother Yashoda. And I'm sure you were not joking at that time, you were just not acting at that time, you were really crying. And then your whole body was shaking. You are Hari. Just by the name of yours, the fear of the personification of fear becomes fearful, but then you were crying in front of your mother because of fear. That was the greatest moment of astonishment for me. Then Vyasi said that, Gurudev, no, I didn't write this. I did not write these things. That if Krishna says that by hearing the glorification of the Vedas, I become tired. But my Priya, my lovers, of Vrindavan, the gopis of Vrindavan, especially Therapy, Radhika Sarvadhika, Therapy Urumati Radhika Sarvadhika, Vesagunayati Variyasi. Amongst all those gopis, Sri Radhika, when she speaks such harsh things to me, she says some harsh words to me, it becomes so pleasing to me. I become tired of hearing the high, opulent glories in Ved-Stuti. There's Bhagavatam. In Ved-Stuti, there's Ved-Stuti in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Lord says that I've heard about my opulence so many times, when Sri Radhika says that you are a cheater, you're black, you're a liar. When she says such words, it is so pleasing to me. You're shut. Those words are very, very dear to me. And this glance does not happen in the mode of winner. This sidelong glance takes place in the mode of meeting, in the mode of separation. So after 100 years, the gopis met Krishna. So it's a place of mixed emotions. At some places, Krishna says, I'm in the hearts of everybody. So why are you crying? Because I'm in the hearts of everybody. Why are you feeling separation from me? That's what Krishna was saying to gopis at Kurukshetra. Just like the yogis, when they keep me in their hearts and they become very happy, similarly, you also meditate upon that form of mind. So anyone who meditates on that form of mind, when one remains happy, Radharani became so angry hearing such words from him. He said, oh, you still have the same mood of giving instructions and preach. Then Radharani said, Nahi Gopi Yogeshwar.
राधा जी कह रही है ना ही गोपी योगेश्वर, अरे हम गोपियां हैं, हम योगियां नहीं हैं.
Radha said, we are not yogis, we are actually gopis.
तुम्हारे कितने पाई में संतोष, मात्र आपका ध्यान करके हमको संतोष हो जाएगा.
Do you think that we'll become happy just by remembering you in our hearts? We want to serve you.
वो प्रेम सेवा करना चाहती हैं, आपने उससे हमको वंचित कर दिया.
You have made us bereft from the service of yours, and now you're giving us instruction. Your words are very crooked. There's a... So gopis are feeling like this. So gopis is like, oh, we met after a long time. Why we're saying like this? Gopis were like, we're not concerned about ourselves, but then we are concerned about your mother. We see that she's so sad. She lives a very unhappy life without you. And Sri Naraji says that have you spoken about the moves of Sri Radhika like this? Have you mentioned this? And Sri Vyasji said, no, I did not do that. This is the yash and glories of Bhagavan that you have not spoken in detail. The pastimes of Vaikuntha, the Leelas of Saket, the pastimes of Golok, keep it on one side. And on the other hand, speak the glories of You sing the glories of Braj, the glories of the pastimes of Braj, the beauty of Braj Leela, and the taste of this Braj Leela, and then the Vikram, the effect of this Braj Leela. And this is very special and a special uniqueness as compared to other pastimes, where the Lord is Bhagavan himself. He is like an ordinary child. Sometimes becomes Mugdata and Sarvagyata. Sometimes he becomes total, sometimes he becomes the all-knowing, and sometimes he forgets everything. The effect of Sri Yogamaya. So the Sarvagyata and Mugdata goes simultaneously in Braja.
Possible, impossible, impossible, possible.
Possible, impossible, and impossible, possible. This is the nature of Braja. Krishna makes impossible possible. He lifted Raj Govardhan for 7 days on his little finger, on the teeny tiny little finger of his. That is impossible, but then he made it possible, very easy. And then something which is possible becomes impossible in Braj. Try to understand this point. If the Lord makes impossible possible, it's easy to understand He can make impossible possible. But how to understand is something which is possible, it becomes impossible for Him. How does that work? When Sridhar Maharaj says, "Hey Krishna, go and pick up my shoes, carry my shoes." And then for Krishna to lift Paduka, the shoes of Nand Maharaj is nothing. But with great difficulty he carries one, and he tries to put the other one on his head, then the first one falls down. So the most easiest becomes the most difficult for him. That's why Mugdata and Sarvagyata. Shri Naraji says, have you written all these things? This is Srimad Bhagavatam Dharma. Why? Madhurya Bhagavat ka sar, Braj Kaila Prachar, Taha Shukha Vyasa Nandan, Varniyati Janaite. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that Shri Ramji is Bhagavan, Narsingh Bhagavan is also Bhagavan, and other avatars are also Bhagavan, but the essence of opulence, the essence of Godhood is not Aishwarya, it's in Madhurya. That's why it's mentioned Madhurya Bhagavat Tasar. Sweetness is the essence of Godhood. And in Braja, such pastimes take place. Vyas' son, Shri Shukadeva Goswami, has spoken at various places in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Vyasdev, the essence of that you haven't spoken about such pastimes of Krishna, those Braj pastimes, that's why you're not happy, you're not fully satisfied. So until you don't speak the glories of Braja or pastimes of Braja, one would not become fully satisfied. And this Braj Leela, listen to this with a lot of attention. That the Dwarka associates and other associates of other spiritual realms, they also glorify. Where Sri Brahmaji, he is glorifying the Brajvasis. He's saying so many things. He spoke the entire Vedanta in Brahma Stuti, the 14th chapter of the 10th canto. Nam vidyate abharvapishtarit talidambaraya, punjavtans paripichit lasat mukhaya, panyastra kavavet vishal veru, laksham shriye, re pashupankajaya. Shri Brahmaji spoke, Ashwasamikshamano Bunja, Evatma Kritam Vipakam, Vipavapuvi Namaste Jive Deo, Muktipadesataya Bhag. Brahmaji is just constantly speaking the glories of Krishna in the mode of opulence. But even the Lord is not becoming satisfied hearing his opulence till the time Brahmaji spoke, Amabhagya Bahubhagya. All glories to the Brahmasis. What great fortune that Supreme Personality of Godhead, that all-pervading Brahma has actually become. All glories to Brajvasis, all glories to Nanda Maharaj, all glories to the fortune of these Brajvasis. And Brahmaji is glorifying whom? Brahmaji is glorifying. He is the father of the universe. So he's glorifying Krishna. He's glorifying Nanda Maharaj, the father of Krishna. When Kunti ji is glorifying, she is Dwarka Parikar. Kunti ji is glorifying Srimati Yashoda. Kunti ji is in that shloka which we just heard. We just spoke that shloka. Bhavana Sthatya. Sarmoti Virapi Adviveti. Just by hearing his name, the personification of fear becomes fearful. But Krishna is becoming fearful because of mother. So Kunti ji is glorifying. She is Dwarka Parikar, the associate of Dwarka, but then she is glorifying Mother Yashoda. Pitama Brahmaji, the father of the universe, the creator, is glorifying Nanda Maharaj. And Uddhavji, he is Dwarka Parikar. He is glorifying whom? He is glorifying Asam Chandrenu, Vrindavana, Kim Gulm Kalpal, Gatoshdinam, Parvindu Adikshitam, Yasam, Hari Kathor Gitam, Punati Bhulam Trayam. Uddhavji is glorifying the dust of the lotus feet of Shri Radhika, though he is associated with Dwarka. Bhishma Pitama is Dwarka Parikar, but then he is glorifying the Brajdevis in the first canto, the 9th chapter. In Bhishma Stuti, they will sing Gampati Vilasa Valguhasa, Pranandikshalo, Idhu Karmana, Kitamalapur Kitte Unamadda Andaha. He says, Sham Sundar, hey Krishna, I remember that day. Bhishma Dev is lying on the bed of arrows. But who is he glorifying? Krishna came in front of him and he is remembering the Braj Leela. Say, Krishna, when you disappeared from Ras Leela at that time, the gopis, they saw that wonderful walk of yours, that beautiful, gentle smile on your face, and they saw the wonderful gait of yours. And they started enacting those pastimes. So this is Bhagavat Dharma. So Naraji is saying this, hey Vyasdev, have you spoken these pastimes in great detail? And Vyaji said, no. We were to speak of other. In fact, Shri Krishna himself is staying in Dwarka. But then he is with his queens. All night he would remember the name of Radhika. And the whole Pitambar of Krishna becomes totally drenched in tears and keeps on singing the glories and the names of Shri Radhika. This is the glories of Braj. The glories of Braj means the glories of Shri Radhika. Shri Naraji, in the indirect manner, Vyasji is telling that is taking towards the glories of Shri Radhika. That the topmost of Leela amongst all the pastimes is Ras Leela. And without Radharani's guidance, Anugatya, Ras cannot take Yogamaya Upashata Bhagavana Pitaratri. So indirectly, Srila Vyasdev, Srila Naraji is taking Srila Vyasdev to that path to glorify the Braj Mandal and especially Shri Radhika. Then Srila Veda Vyasdev, he, with folded hands, he offered his prayers to Shri Naradushi and said, hey Gurudev, you've opened my eyes. Naraji said, hey Vyasdev,
अभी तक तो उपदेश
Up till now, I've given you the instruction.
लेकिन ये भागवत धर्म क्या वस्तु है?
Now, what is this Bhagavat Dharma? How does one know?
तो गुरु जी बड़ा उपकार होगा।
Shall I tell you what is Bhagavat Dharma? Then Naraji said, but to speak of others, I tell you my own pastime. I tell you my own life history, my own journey, my own life history. And the Naraji spoke about his own life history and was telling his own history. We will hear this after one Kirtan. Bihari Lal ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Yeah. How do this? Humility will be there now at Shri Radha, Shri Shri Radha, Shri Shri Radha, मेरे स्वामी तेरी Radha
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, श्री राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा। उत्तर कितना श्री राम मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, हो गया मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा, श्री राधा राधा देखो भैया हमारे पंडित लोग जो बैठे श्री राधा रानी का नाम लेके ये नाम श्री ठाकुर जी को ही प्रसन्नता देता है, परम सुखदायी है नाम। देखो हाथ उठाकर श्री राधा नाम का जाप करो, उस स्वर से बोलिए ओ जय राधा 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 मेरी स्वामी राधा, बोलो मेरी स्वामी राधा, वृंदावन के राजा तो राधिकारानी, ओ वृंदावन के राजा तो श्याम राधिकारानी, ओ वृंदावन के राजा तो श्याम राधिकारानी, ओ वृंदावन के राजा तो श्याम राधिकारानी, ओ चार पदार्थ करत मजोरी, मुक्ति भरे पानी, ओ चार पदार्थ करत मजोरी, मुक्ति भरे पानी, ओ चार पदार्थ देखो माता जी कितना साधन आगे नाम कर रही है। आप लोग तो भक्त लोग के बोलने की आवश्यकता नहीं। प्रभु जी लोग भी बोल रहे हैं हाथ आगे बोलिए श्री राधा श्री राधा 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 श्री राधा मेरे स्वामी श्री राधा मेरे स्वामी श्री राधा तो वृंदावन के वृंदावन के राधा तो श्याम राधे ओ वृंदावन के राधा तो श्याम राधे ओ वृंदावन के राधा तो श्याम राधे हो गया तो ठाकुर जी का भी नाम साथ साथ देंगे राधा जी की प्रसन्नता के लिए। राधा नाम श्री ठाकुर जी को पसंद करता है और कृष्ण नाम श्री राधा जी को पसंद करता है, इसलिए बोल रहे थे वृंदावन के राजा तो श्याम राधे वृंदावन के राजा श्याम मुक्ति भरे जावानी आचार पदार्थ गरज में जोरी मुक्ति भरे मुक्ति पानी मिलती है कहाँ पर? हमारे व्रत में वृंदावन में श्री राधा टाके सीधा मेरी स्वामी मेरी स्वामी श्री राधा मेरी स्वामी श्री राधा मेरी स्वामी कोई भला करे बुला करे कोई भला करे बुला करे कोई भला करे बुला करे हम पूजा उठा कर राधा रानी के हम हो गए राधा रानी के मेरी सुभान दुलारी के सबसे पहले एक साथ दोनों का नाम लेके ये बन सकता है। मेरा राजा रमन तेरा राजा रमन श्री राम मेरी स्वामी राधा हाथ उठाकर मेरी स्वामी एक बार जोर से बोलिए श्री राधा मेरे स्वामी राधा श्री राधा मेरी स्वामी श्री राधा मेरी स्वामी राधा
इसमें चेक कर लें, चल रहा होगा।
बोलो श्री राधा रानी की जय। सुनो,
Shri Naraji is saying, hey Vyasdev, that I am not going to narrate something which I have heard, but I will share my own life history. In previous lifetime, I was the son of a maid servant. My mother would maintain me by going to the houses and wash dishes. During the Chaturmasya mantra, many great saints, pure devotees, they came in our village. And wherever devotees come, Hari Katha takes place. My mother, she engaged me in the service of those sadhus. That I am maintained properly. So every day I would serve them. And one day, remnants, which your leftovers. Then, in seeing my simple nature, they allowed me to take the remnants. And when I took the remnants of those devotees, then in my heart, that rare bhakti, all of my sins were removed and bhakti manifested in my heart. And this is the best and the shortcut to attain bhakti. Nowadays, everybody believes in shortcut. Everything is like quick. Is there a shortcut of bhakti? The answer is yes. What is that? Bhakta Padhuli, Bhakta Padjal, Bhakta Bhakta Avashesh, Tin Sadhanir Bal. The dust of the lotus feet of devotees, the Charanamrit of the lotus feet of the Lord, and then their leftovers. These three are very, very powerful. One or all three, then one would progress in bhakti very quickly. If one takes the Uchishta of a pure devotee, in order to establish our Param Pujaniya Shri Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj would narrate a pastime. There is one devotee of Shri Mahaprabhu whose name is Kalidas. He was born in a Brahmin family. And there was another devotee called Jharu Thakur. He was born in the Shudra Kulam, in the lowest caste. Kalidas is a Brahmin devotee. He is the devotee or associate of Sri Mahaprabhu. But so the devotees always want to receive the mercy of the Lord. So he had the desire to attain the leftovers of Bhagavan. So one day he invited Jharu Thakur in his home and asked him to please accept the invitation. So Jharu Thakur, because he was not born in a high-class family, he was a bit hesitant. Kalidas offered him prasadam. He took some prasadam and did not leave anything. So Kalidas was thinking that, I have become bereft of. So then he invited him again for the second time. And this time, so he stood at the place where one throws the plate. And Jharu Thakur, he would not leave anything. He would accept everything. Kalidas was standing and with lot of respect, and whatever left over there, he took that leftovers, those remnants. He took the remnants of a devotee, and then he became so satisfied. Mahaprabhu became so satisfied. Mahaprabhu did not see this directly, he was not physically there. He did not see this directly, but then he still saw. So Kalidas received the result of that. That's Srimad Mahaprabhu. At the time Bukundicha cleaning pastime, one devotee offered water at the lotus feet of Srimad Mahaprabhu, which would become Charnamrit. But Mahaprabhu said, no, it's Radhamadhav. Please handle your devotees. Handle your devotees. This is Vishnu Mandir. This is not proper to offer water at my feet. When Mahaprabhu was entering in Jagannath temple, that he started washing his feet. But Kalidas came in front of him, and in front of Srimad Mahaprabhu, he took the Charnamrit of Srimad Mahaprabhu, handful of Charnamrit, and drank that. Then he took the second handful and third, and Mahaprabhu said, that's it, no more. Then you became angry at that devotee in Gaudiya Mandir Marjan, did not allow him to take the foot wash. But here you allowed Kalidas to take the foot wash 3 times. This is Bhakta Bhukta Vishesh, the leftovers, the remnants. Because Kalidas, he took the remnants of Jarudas, who was a devotee of Srimad Mahaprabhu, and he received, and he became the merciful recipient of Srimad Mahaprabhu's mercy. The dust of the devotees, the foot wash, and the leftovers. Here it's mentioned about the foot wash of devotees, the remnants of devotees, not of Bhagavan. Why? Because the devotees never take anything except the remnants of the Lord. So devotee is a remnant of the Lord. So first there is remnant of the Lord, which is being taken by, accepted by the devotee. So it's like double benefit. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself, but Srimad Bhagavatam, it is the remnants of Shukadeva Goswami. Shik Mukhad Amrit Rav Sangitam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken by Sri Shukadeva Goswami. That is why it's a remnant. So if anyone who hears Srimad Bhagavatam and meditates on it, then they are taking the remnants of Sri Shukadeva Goswami Pad. This is Bhakta Bhukta Vishesh. And then one attains progress in bhakti. When one attains progress in bhakti, then one pleases the senses of Krishna. Then Govardhan takes place. Go means Indriya. Sri Radhamadhav, Sri Radhamadhav, they receive happiness and pleasure. Therefore, Sri Naraji said, that when I took those remnants, Bhakti Devi appeared in my heart. 4 months, I had the association I had the opportunity to take the remnants of those devotees for 4 months. It's not just the food stuff, the prasad, but I would hear the Hari Katha every day. After Srimad Bhagavatam, when we take prasad and we also take prasad back to our homes. So there is a special prasad. That prasad is Hari Katha. Many people think, oh, just by taking the prasad, like food stuff, but they think that is prasad. But then there are those rare people who consider Hari Katha prasad They are not concerned whether they get the prasad to eat or not. But then they are like, we'll come by 5 o'clock and we do not want to miss any prasad of Harikatha. But only rare people have such mood. This is the prasad of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukmukhadam Rudrava Sangitam. Naraji said, I received both the prasads. When those Mahatmas, those saints were leaving my village, then I prayed to them, Hey sadhus, please give us the mantra. Please give me the mantra. Naraji said, those sadhus gave me the mantra, and by receiving that mantra, Bhakti Devi manifested in my heart. The sadhus, they left, and then I became detached. No attachment was left. And I was thinking, if there is anyone in this world who belongs to me, that is my mother. So even that attachment was gone. And I was thinking that if my mother is not here, then I'll be free. And this prayer of Bhagavan, one day, his mother, she was milking the cow, and a black snake came and bit the mother, and mother, she left the body. Naraji was like, now I've become free from any attachment. Now no one in this world, me and my master. All the attachments. Now all of my energy flows in one direction. Otherwise, there is so many chains of these various attachments in house, in various objects of home. We have so many chains, so many ropes of attachment. But what is the Nivritta Marg? That bring all of your attachments towards the lotus feet of Sri Hari. This is the path of bhakti, the path of renunciation. Naraji said, I started chanting Haribol, Haribol, and I was dancing in ecstasy. Naraji became quiet at that time. But Vyasji said, Gurudev, after receiving the mantra, what did you do? So Naraji did not reveal. One should not reveal the various moods of one's devotion. Bhakti's prasad, sleeping and bhajan, one should not reveal this to everybody. That's why Narad Rishi, he revealed that I received the mantra, but then how did he perform bhajan? Naraji did not reveal that. But Vyasji again inquired, Gurudev, Vyasji So Vyasji was revealed by Narad Rishi that how he performed bhajan. But then one should not reveal this to anyone, but when one comes across someone who has the adhikar, who can understand and who can relate, the Naraji revealed how he performed bhajan. And Narad Rishi said that I crossed many rivers, I crossed many dense forests, and I climbed many mountains. Then I entered in a secluded forest. I sat under a tree, and when I would chant, and I would do the archman, and I would chant the mantra. Archman is very, very important. Even if you have taken bath, the body will become pure. But if one does not do the archman, then one does not attain full purity. In the right hand, one takes and takes in the right hand, and one chants the mantra, Keshvaya Namah, Madhavaya Namah. Naraji said, I did the Achaman and I was meditating upon the mantra, and in the deity of the mantra, Sri Hari Lord himself would manifest in front of me. He appeared in front of me. Lord himself came in front of me. He appeared. I just could not control myself, seeing that beautiful form, and constant tears were flowing from my eyes. However, that Hari, he disappeared after giving me a very brief darshan. Naraji said, I became so restless, I became so anxious. I was just searching for the Lord here and there. That in the evening, it's like if one receives a massive amount of wealth, and then all of a sudden, a bit later, a thief comes and steals all the wealth. How much pain one would suffer, one would have. I did not have a darshan. One does not have the wealth, then it's painful, but not much. But if one receives the wealth and somebody comes to steal it immediately, so Naraji was rolling in the dust. Where is the Lord? Where is my Lord? That he gave me a momentary darshan, just like lightning in the sky. I had his darshan. And he came in front of my eyes and then it disappeared. The transcendental form of his. Then Naraji heard the aerial voice. Hey Narad Rishi, those who are Kuyogi, those who haven't reached perfection, they do not attain. But then you have attained the highest point of bhakti. That's where you've had the darshan. Those who are Kuyogi, those who are not yogis. This word cannot apply on Sri Narad Rishi. That you have attained perfection. That's why you have had a darshan of mine. Dhruv attained the darshan of Lord in Madhuvan, in Brajmandal. What is the yuga? The yuga is Satyuga of Sri Dhruv. The place was Madhuvan, Brajmandal. Who was Guruji? Sri Narad Rishi. Mantra was Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Such powerful mantra. Dhruv was like that I'll attain such high position. Neither any of my ancestors have attained that high position. Even after he had such a high position in Brajdham, Guruji like Narad Rishi, topmost of mantra. What is yuga? Satyuga. Guruji did not have a desire to attain pure devotion. He had a desire to receive the highest position. Therefore, it's mentioned that all the ingredients, the dham, the mantra, the Shri Guru is there. But the desire is to enjoy the world. It's like the unwanted weeds grow along with the plant. And then those unwanted weeds, it even covers the main branch. And then the main branch progress is being inhibited by these unwanted weeds. So Naraji heard the aerial voice. So isn't the Lord merciful? Is Lord not affectionate to his devotees? Naraji was in such high position. There was some Kashaya. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. He talks about 3 stages of Uttam Bhagavat. Nirdhut Kashaya, Murshid Kashaya, Bhagavat Dev Parsh. Naraji, he was in the forest. He was performing devotion under that tree. Naraji had this desire, this is my tree. He would say, if any deer would come, he would chase them away. Till the time one has this very, very subtle attachment towards anything, then the perfection does not take place. Naraji is demonstrating this through his own pastime. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad says in the commentary that this is my tree, because under this I perform devotion. Such subtle point, such subtle. And second, the Lord had the devotion. Because Lord wanted to increase the intensity of devotion. In order to increase the intensity of devotion so when one performs bhajan in the mood of separation, it's in a totally different magnitude. The practitioner becomes anxious, restless, and because of his eagerness, and the bhakti progresses, and that gives so much of pleasure to the Lord. This is Lord's own action. It's an exchange with the devotee in order to increase the eagerness. Hello? हाँ जी दीदी मैं आपको आधे घंटे में करता हूँ ना अभी कर रहा हूँ वैसे कल सुबह 10:30 का मैंने बोल दिया मैं आ जाऊँगा हाँ हाँ जी आता हूँ So, the Lord wanted to increase the intensity of the devotion of Sri Narad Rishi. And this happens through Yoga Maya. Evam Mritam Shvatri Nanoche Jata So Naraji reached such high position where he is not aware of what anyone is saying or what anyone is. Sometimes he would smile, laugh. Sometimes he's rolling in the dust by chanting the names of the Lord. Such high state is attained when one is constantly engaged in hearing. Now time is not left, but there is so much of. I can speak for another 1 hour, but then we don't have a lot of time left. Naraji said he was narrating his entire life history, and in a few shlokas, and he explained what is Bhagavat Dharma. That a practitioner, before perfection, if one falls down or one leaves the body untimely without attaining perfection, one is a practitioner, one does not perfect one's devotion. But then one has, but then he left everything, the varnashram dharma. So what would be the result? There's no harm in that. Even if one gives a varnashram dharma and performs devotion, and even if one is not able to attain, for those who have given up Bhagavat dharma and is constantly engaged in varnashram dharma, Naraji is saying,
क्योंकि भगवत गीता में
because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Kanta Vijana hi no Yapanashti. The Putra Arjuna announced it, declared this, that my devotee never perishes. His devotion never perishes. Devotion may stop, it may take a halt, but it will never perish completely. Naraji said, the many shlokas coming in mind at this moment, but Mansaha Vimantum Shikshaya. There's a very nice poetry. For instance, there's very nice poetry with very wonderful ornamental language. But if that poetry does not have the glories of Krishna, it's like a pilgrimage of crows. Crow sits in a dirty place. And on the other hand, there's a poetry, there's literature where the language is not that great. No ornamental language is there. But in every word, there is glories of Bhagavat, the glories of Sri Radhamadhav. Then that is real Bhagavad Dharma. So the real sadhus, they take pleasure in order to kirtan and meditate. Sadhus are constantly eager to be there. So many things Naraji said. Vyasji heard all these things and then accepted all those things in his heart, received the mercy of Shri Guru, and then Srila Vyasadeva, he entered into Samadhi. Bhakti Yogin Manasi, Bhakti Yogin Manasi, Samyak Niti Amale, Ashtapurusham Purvam Maya Chidatabashrayam. Naraji, Vyasji, he entered in the Samadhi, the trance of devotion. Sadhan Bhakti or Bhav Bhakti or Prema Bhakti. In which Bhakti? In the trance of Bhakti Yoga. In the trance of Prema Bhakti Yoga. Not Sadhan or Bhav Bhakti. Why? What is the evidence? Apashita Purusham Purnam means he saw the Lord directly in his trance. In the trance, he saw the Lord. That's the evidence. When one has seen the Lord, just like it says that the king has come. It doesn't mean the king has come alone. King always comes with his entire entourage, with the ministers, the soldiers. But we say the king has come. It's automatically understood that the king has come with his entire unit, his entire entourage. So when it says Apashita Purusham Purvam Maya Chidatabashrayam, that he had the darshan of the Lord, means he also had the darshan of all the associates, along with all the leelas, not alone Krishna. And also saw Maya. And he saw Maya sitting behind. Maya never comes in front of the Lord. She always stands with folded hands. She feels a bit ashamed. The reason she feels ashamed, because Maya's job is to bewilder the jivas away from Krishna. So anartupsham sakshat, yaya samhuta jiva. So Maya feels a bit ashamed, embarrassed. And Naraji saw the jivas are beyond three modes of nature, but then now they're controlled by these three modes of nature. So saw Krishna Tattva, Maya Tattva, also saw the Jiva Tattva. So all these three tattvas, if you combine this, it's the essence of all Vedanta. Jiva Jagat, Jada Jagat, Jiva, Bhagavan and Maya, they are three tattvas. So you saw all these fundamental principles. But then how the Jiva goes beyond these three modes of nature and attains Shuddha Sattva. Only by Sattva Samhita, only by Srimad Bhagavatam, by hearing, by speaking, by meditating upon Srimad Bhagavatam, one would become free from these three modes of nature. Therefore, these three gunas, so bhakti gun manasi samyak praniti amale, param purushe, shok moh bhaya apaha. It's just by bhakti, by Krishna's form, name, leela, by his pastimes. If one would hears this, one would become Krishna Param Purushe. Bhakti Punsam, Shok Moh, Punsa means every living entity. Every living entity, not just Punsa, does not only mean Purusha, or human, or men or women. No, everybody. Just by hearing the Lord, by hearing the Harikatha of the Lord, one would become free from lamentation, from fear, from illusion and attachment. By hearing the Sattva Samhita, it is highest literature. Even if one does many mental exercises or one wears many type of rings to cast away the negative energy and all that, it would not help. Because the ultimate solution is to attain the Lord. That is the ultimate solution. The only path, Naraji is saying the best thing. This is Srimad Krishna Param Purushe. By hearing Harikatha of the Lord, one will become free from Shok, Moh and Bhai. Shok means lamentation, Moh means illusion, and Bhai means fear. Fear is always with us. We're always in lamentation. We're always in illusion. If one wants to become free from these three elements, then Harikatha is the only way. There's no other way. So in a brief, Naraji, Vyasji narrated his entire life history. But there are many things in this. Naraji did the research. He went through many stages. That who would be the merciful recipient of Bhagavan. And he came to Braja, and he Devadattam Veena. Naraji received the Veena. Devadattam. Devadattam Veena Swarabhushanam. Devadattam Veena Swaradeva Bhushatam. है कैसे देवदत्तम imam veena swarabhushitam. So Naraji carried that veena and he's traveling everywhere and he sings the glories of Shri Radhika Raman. Constantly chants Radha Raman, Radha Raman, Radha Raman. Naraji came to Braja, and here he was thinking that I also desire something. I also desire to attain the dust of the Lord's feet of Shri Radhika. So he came at Shri Govardhan, Naraji is performing bhajan. And after performing bhajan, he received the form of Naradiya Gopi in Shri Radhamadhav's Leela. So this pastime of Narad Rishi is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Narad Rishi ki jai, ki jai, Apran ki jai. Now we have heard Srimad Bhagavatam, but Harikatha will go on. I invite Shri Padmadhav Prabhuji, please come. He will speak some Harikatha today. Because everyone has come late, so we will not let anyone go early. I came at 5:20. My eyes are on everybody, so I know the exact time when each one of you entered in the temple.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Om Jnana Jnanam Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Jena Tasmai
इसे द्वैतवाद कहते हैं, इसे द्वैतवाद कहते हैं, यही द्वैतवाद है। पर ये चिद अचिद विशिष्ट अद्वैत है इनका। इसे भी करना ट्रांसलेट
लगातार एक ही चल रहा है।
अच्छा, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All of us are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, in which Maharaj narrated the very pure pastime of Sri Narada Rishi. The conversation between Sri Guru and Sambhavi. So we were hearing the conversation in great detail. So by the mercy of Sri Narada Rishi, Sri Vyasdev followed Bhakti Yoga and the pastimes of Vrindavan, Sri Vrindavan Dham, the sweetness of Krishna, his opulence, all this, Sri Vyasdev was revealed in his heart. Vyasdev entered into that. He also had the darshan of the position of the jivas, how jivas are falling in this material world. Some are becoming more entangled, and some are on the path of getting free from the material world. So Sri Vyasdev saw all these various situations of life, various situations of various jivas. It is called the real fruit of attaining the lotus feet of Sri Guru. When he understood the words of Sri Guru, he placed those words in his heart, and then he started following the words of Sri Guru. Then he attained perfection. He had darshan of Braj. What is that Braj? Extreme bliss, extremely auspiciousness. Eternal pastimes are going on in Braj of Krishna. Jayati Dedikam Janmana Vraja. In Braja, all the living entities, all the associates are filled in with so much of bliss. The cows, the calves, the peacocks, the cuckoo birds, the swans, the birds, the deer, the creepers, leaves, Yamunaji, everything is filled with so much of happiness that just by seeing them, it appears, when they walk, it appears like that they are dancing in ecstasy. And when they're talking to each other, it feels like that they're singing songs. They are constantly absorbed in bliss. It is not possible to explain the position of the eternal bliss which they are in. So Vrindavan is of that special kind that many sakhas of Krishna are playing with Krishna, wearing very colorful ornaments and clothes, and carrying vanshi and sticks in the hand, and horns in the hand, and doing Jai Ghosh of Krishna, going from one place, walking from one forest to the another, sitting on the banks of Yamuna, taking prasadam on the banks of Yamuna. The joking pastimes between Krishna and the Sakhas. And on the other hand, Krishna's mother, his father, and other devotees who have parental affection towards Krishna. Krishna makes them taste the parental love, and he also relishes the same. And in that Vrindavan, they are praising the lovers of Krishna, the gopis. Sarupradhan, the chief is Sri Radhika. And then the 8 prominent Sakhis of hers, Lalita Vishakha, Chitra, Champaklata, Tungavidya, Sudevi, Rangadevi, Indulekha. Radharani, these are 8 prominent Sakhis. And many maidservants of hers. How they perform various types of services all the time. Constantly engaged in this blissful service. What type of life is this? They don't know what is day, what is night. They're not concerned about their own self. They're not concerned about anything of their own self. So Radharani and many Sakhis of hers are constantly engaged in such type of service. And there's one Sakhi of Sri Radhika. Its name is Shashi Lekha Sakhi, Kalavati. There are many Sakhis. There's one Sakhi's name is Kalavati. That Kalavati Sakhi she sings the songs written by Sri Vishakha Sakhi. Vishakha Sakhi is a very dear Sakhi of Sri Radhika. For the pleasure of Sri Radha and Krishna, she writes many songs. And then those songs, how to sing those songs, she gives instruction to the Sakhis, to other Sakhis on how to sing those songs. Tungavidya. There is an assembly in the Kunja. Radha and Krishna, they sit under a tree on a thorn, on a singhasana, which is made of jewels. And then the other Sakhis, they surround Radha and Krishna. And some are singing, some are carrying veena in their hands. Some are carrying, some have various other type of musical instruments, some are playing cartels, some are singing songs, some are dancing. Someone is dancing, someone is singing, someone is coming in the front, someone is going in the back. So the Sakhis, they're singing such songs. So there's one Sakhi amongst those Sakhis. The name is Kalavati. This Kalavati Sakhi, she writes very beautiful, with a very beautiful cuckoo bird-like voice. She sings those songs, written by Shri Vishakha Sakhi. And Kalavati Sakhi, in Srimad Mahaprabhu's Leela, that Krishna who came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sri Navadvip Dham, Srimati Radharani appeared as Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And Baldev ji, who came as Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Lalita Sakhi, she came as Sri Sarup Damodar. The Vishakha Sakhi, she became the Rai Ramananda. So in this way, all the associates of Raja, they came in Navadvip and appeared in various different other forms. And Mahaprabhu's Leela manifested there. So Radharani's prominent Sakhi, Kalavati, she appeared as Shri Govinda Ghosh in Srimad Mahaprabhu's Leela. The same Govinda Ghosh, today it is auspicious Siddharabhavtithi, disappearance. Because here at our Math, we always observe the tithis of all the Vaishnavas. Therefore, in the midst of Bhagavatam, so we'll speak some glories. We'll offer Pushpanjali at the feet of Sri Govinda Ghosh. Vaishnavir Gunagan, Haripe Jeever Tran, Shuniya Chesadu Mukhe. Narad Rishi is a high-class Vaishnava. Vyasji is Jagat Guru. Therefore, when we hear their pastimes, we attain auspiciousness. One becomes inspired to walk in their footsteps. So when we hear the pastimes, the leelas of devotees, so this Sakhi, Kalavati, she appeared as Sri Govinda Ghosh in Sri Navadvip Dham. In Navadvip Dham Leela of Sri Mahaprabhu. In Sri Mahaprabhu, he would all, so as this Kalavati came as Govinda Ghosh and would sing for the pleasure of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Mahaprabhu. And when he would sing, Nityananda Prabhu would get up and he would start singing. When Govinda Ghosh would sing, immediately Nityananda Prabhu would get up. He would sing the glories. Such wonderful kirtan he would sing. Sri Mahaprabhu made him see a Shila and said, Hey Govinda Ghosh, make a deity of Shri Gopinath Krishna and serve him. Shri Govinda Ghosh, by the orders of Srimad Mahaprabhu, he made a deity and served Krishna. The deity's name is Shri Gopinath. Nearby Navadvip, there is a village. It's a place called Agardvip. In Agardvip, the deity is still there. One can see, one can have darshan of that deity of Shri Gopinathji. So Govinda Ghosh would serve Gopinathji. Shri Chaitanya, during the time of Srimad Mahaprabhu, he got married. He would serve very nicely. However, but his wife and his son died. For some reasons, he was thinking that I should stop serving Sri Gopinathji. Why? That I will not serve Gopinathji. Why? Because I will leave the world in some time. Then who would serve after me? That if I disappear immediately, and he would become very unhappy. So I'll just decrease the intensity or the regularity of service. So when I leave, Gopinathji would not be shocked. But right now I serve 5 times in a day, and I would do it 4 times. I would decrease the time of service, and then I will do it twice or once in a day, and then I would leave. So Gopinathji would become habituated. But if I leave all of a sudden, Gopinathji would be very unhappy. So I don't want to give any trouble to my Lord. So I will just decrease the intensity of service gradually. The second is that my son left me. Who would do my Shraddha? Who would lead the rites? I have no one else in the world who would do the ceremony of mine, the rituals. So Shri Govind Ghosh, Bhagavan Gopinathji, he had a word. Gopinathji spoke to him. He said, "Hey Govind Ghosh, you're thinking to serve me less, and you're thinking that who would worship me after you. Do not think like this. You serve me nicely the way you're doing. Don't become lethargic, or don't think that by serving me less, I'll be pleased. So whatever it's possible for you, serve me with love and affection. If you don't serve me, I'll be very unhappy. I'm pleased with your service. So do not think that you would want to decrease the level of service." And second, Shri Gopinathji said to him, to Shri Govind Ghosh, that you don't have a son. I am your son. I'll become as your son. I'll do all the rituals after you leave the body. Why do you worry? Do you think that I'm incapable? That I cannot perform such things? I'll do your Shraddha. I will do the ritual of yours. Don't worry. And similarly, the same thing happened. Govind Ghosh served all his life, but when he left this world, then in front of all the devotees, the same Gopinathji, he appeared from the deity, appeared in front of, and he did the Shraddha, the rituals, the death ceremony. Or even around 500 years have passed since that Leela, even till date. So it's Tirobhav Divas today. There is a big festival takes place, and through the hands of the Lord, they make pinda, and they do a similar ritual. And Govind Ghosh's Shraddha ceremony is done by the hands of Shri Gopinathji. There's a fair which takes place, known as the fair or the festival of Shri Govind Ghosh. So Gopinathji had such a deep relationship with Gopinathji. Our Guru Maharajji, he never made us hear this thing, but our Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami Maharajji narrated this. That I've never been to Agadweep. I had never had darshan of Shri Gopinathji. But one day we were in Calcutta, and Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharajji called me and said, "Hey, let's go to Agadweep. We'll go to Agadweep." So we agreed. I've never been to Akadip. It would be very nice to go with you. He said, we'll go have a darshan. But now I become old. Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj said, I've become old. But because Gopinathji has asked me sweet rice. Yes, he came. He said, come here, offer me sweet rice. That's why that you bring milk, rice, and the other ingredients. Collect all those ingredients, and we'll go there. And we'll make sweet rice by our own hands, and we'll offer it to Shri Gopinathji. Therefore, Guru Maharajji, so there was a relationship between Shri Gopinathji and Shri Guru Maharajji. So today, the same Govind Ghoshji, he is the associate of Srimad Mahaprabhu. He was very fond of living with Srimad Mahaprabhu. That's when Jagannath Puri, he stayed with Srimad Mahaprabhu for a long time. He would stay there. And during Rath Yatra, when Srimad Mahaprabhu would make 7 parties of Sankirtan, then one of the leaders would be Shri Govind Ghosh out of those 7 Kirtan parties. So in group, in which he would stay, Shri Vakreshwar Pandit was the one who would dance, and Shri Govind Ghosh, he would sing. Mahaprabhu would himself come to hear his Kirtan. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in brief, what I have spoken. Today, that it is Vaishnavacharya, Mahaprabhu's dearmost Kirtaniya, auspicious Tirobhav festival. So we pay pranams at the lotus feet for my Pushpanjali and lotus feet. But he become merciful to me that for the pleasure of Srimad Mahaprabhu, we can also give pleasure who satisfy Srimad Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu took sannyas in front of Srimad Mahaprabhu took sannyas in front of Shri Govind Ghoshji. When he heard, he lamented. He said, oh, I've heard Srimad Mahaprabhu will take sannyas and he'll leave. Hey Bhagavan Mukunda, what am I hearing? Today what I have heard, is it true? Just by hearing this, my life here is about to leave my body. That Nimai would take sannyas. Even these words are not coming from my mouth. I've heard this. That Gauranga Navdeep Chod, he would leave Navdeep. Mahaprabhu would leave Navdeep. We had no idea that he would leave Navdeep. In fact, he would leave. Just got to know today. We had no idea that he would leave Navdeep all of a sudden. So tears would constantly flow from his eyes. So I'm unable to say anything after hearing that. I'm unable to speak any word. How would I be able to hold? How would I be able to live? I'm unable to understand. The Mukunda, he was crying after hearing this. Govind Ghosh said that I pray over and over again that this does not take place. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaves Navdeep, that Shashinandan takes sannyas, that Shashi Mata takes sannyas. May it never happen. She was crying like this. Because I would die if this happens. How would I be able to hold on to my life? carry on living. So he had such deep attachment with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On the other side, on the other place, he said, "O Navdeep Vasi, Navdeep citizens, the residents of Navdeep," he was telling everybody. He said, if Mahaprabhu is about to leave, we'll hold on to the hands of each other and we will stand in front of Mahaprabhu and we will not let him go. We will not let him take sannyas. So these devotees were crying, I'm unable to even come. I would not be able to see their face. So in this mood, what can I say? Such big burden on my heart that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would take sannyas. So in this way, his heart became so heavy. If he leaves today, what would happen? In this Navdeep, we will not have anyone else like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By just seeing him, that he has accepted us as our own, we would have no one who would consider us as their own self and who would distribute prema, who would make us hear Krishna Katha, who would make us do Krishna Kirtan, who would tell us, who would teach us how to do Krishna, how to attain Krishna prema. Oh, we never thought that such a day would come, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would leave in Navdeep and we would still live. By saying this, Sri Govind Ghosh was weeping. Today, it's his divine disappearance day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ghosh ki jai, Tithi ki jai, ki jai, Premanande Hari Hari. Now we'll get up and we'll perform Arati. And after Arati, you all take prasad.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jayo Jayo Raja Ki Arati